After victory at the Combat of the 30, the French faced devastating raids from England's Black Prince. But France's King John II was closing in. Jean finally caught the English near the city of Poitiers in September 1356. The French army outnumbered the English by thousands.
Damn.
King Jean himself joined the fight, but what seemed a certain victory for France soon turned into a nightmare. The English longbow devastated the mighty French army. An endless hail of arrows gutted the main French force. Then the English captured King Jean. The fight was over.
How did they lose when they outnumbered them so
The
ridiculously?
Battle of Poitiers was another catastrophic defeat for the French. The English had destroyed most of France's nobility in a single day.
That's what you
Now
get.
they turned their attention towards taking the French capital, Paris. The invaders marched unopposed towards Paris. The remains of some of the medieval walls of Paris still stand today. As the English army approached, the terrified locals sought shelter behind these defenses. Could France's capital withstand the full might of the Black Prince's army?
The English were coming for Paris, as Parisians took shelter behind the capital's walls. The French army prepared to defend the city. Only their determination and a few feet of stone stood between victory and defeat. We'll see what we can do about a few feet of stone. Maybe we can have hundreds, if not thousands, of feet of stone.
The English Black Prince had raided the French countryside without mercy. And now his army had come for the capital. With the English on their doorstep, it fell to the French army and the people of Paris to defend the walls of their proud city.
Right.
Hoping to avoid open battle, the French began fortifying the city, manning the walls and calling every available soldier to his post.
That's the easy way to get all the villagers to come over. Shift all the units. And then off they go. Right, now one thing I would like
As
to
the
do...
French hastened their preparations, several detachments of English soldiers were spotted closing in on the city.
is to get lots of stone as well. And then get another town hall if I can, so I can build villages much quicker. There's the Arbaletier. Got to activate their abilities now.
The English showed no mercy, burning their way to Paris via 3 routes.
So
each
rude.
of which was home to villages and farms that supplied the
Right,
capital.
let's get to farming. So one... You can't shift them off, that's the annoying thing. So I'll just have to do that. I do need some food coming in. Maybe not this much.
commandement.
Oyez les ordonnances. À votre commandement.
Compagnon, reste moult avance fouet à trait.
There must be a way to overcome this issue where you want to just hold shift and then left click or control just to reduce it from 9 to 7 or something instead of having to like go back and like drag over.
Compagnon, oyez.
Now, weren't you guys... Oh, you got on gold, didn't you?
Advertence, marchier hier muy trestos. Fouiller and besoin.
No need to spit.
Oyez tous le monde. Lors bâti, je sais. Advertance tout le monde.
I don't think you get a benefit, actually. Because I'm playing French. I'm not sure if the French get a benefit for the meal. Because I'm not seeing that orange sort of square.
Advertance tout le monde. Bastille.
Announce, avance dans.
Jeunesse Legion.
Arbelestre.
Ici, les chevaux, j'y crois que c'est un way. Ainsi souhaité. Jeunesse Legion.
What if I just go back out and build a farm or a house every now and then, just to keep them distracted from moving on to the next stage? Should be able to get a town hall soon. 500 to 400. Okie dokie.
As the French continued to rally their army, the English took the last of the surrounding villages and had almost encircled Paris.
Those clever Brits. I'm just slowly waiting for the resources to trickle in here for the town centre as my units are moving. I don't think I can get a town centre there with this space. I can delete these though. Those pesky farms or houses that take up all the space. Bring it in. Right, we can't. So we delete. And then there's space suddenly. Huzzah. So, there we go.
With the countryside in flames and the English at the city gates, the French army steeled themselves for battle. Now came the capital's true test, with the mighty walls of Paris hold against a fearsome English siege.
No. Ah, I can get the Arbiter Balleurs over there.
The Parisian Guard raised the alarm as the English began their first assault on the city walls.
Next town hall is almost up. Feels good. Hit me from the east-hand side. I can reinforce these, I think. Why, yes. Need to have a decent, healthy amount of resources trickling in.
Although the walls of Paris had
Oh
been
my.
breached, the French could still hold the city, so long as its mighty landmarks did not fall.
Leurs petites s'essuient.
Might want to get that wall back up and running.
Compagnon, et ici les commandements.
Méfier de moi.
Oyez bien, compagnon.
They're screaming on that left-hand side.
À barmer. Compagnon. Compagnon, et ici les...
Besoin de nos attentes, madame. Leurs petites s'essuient.
Ayez discussion au commandement. Manœuvre! Ouvre-le-donc! Chevalier! Appointed! Adjustment boss! Adjustment boss! Alberesco! Adjustment boss! Vers où faut-il marcher? Adjustment boss! Alberesco! Alberesco! Adjustment boss!
Still got some stone.
The French army fought valiantly, repelling the first English attack.
Appointed boss! Adjustment boss! Alberesco! Advertance de le monde. Chevalier Bastille.
Advertance 12. Prête pour la besogne, madame. Rapprochement en front.
The walls do seem pretty intact at the moment.
Ici les commandements. Adjustment boss.
Oyez les ordonnances. Tout ce qui a l'oreille, besoin d'y faire.
Ici les commandements. Adjustment boss. Oyez bien, compagnon. Acoustrets von Angins. Adjustment bien oil.
Don't want to necessarily move every single unit over. They do need quite a lot.
Oyez bien, compagnon.
Oyez l'ordre devant nos. Oyez les ordonnances.
Adjustment boss. Dicte-moi mon Versailles. Compagnon. Ici les commandements.
Need more gold so I can upgrade. I'll rebuild that in a moment. Don't think I need the knights at the moment. Well, I've got some stone there as well.
Advertance, la sept-mois exploitée.
Oyez tout le monde. Compagnon. Ici les commandements. Oyez bien, allez, pointe de colle. Je fixe arrest.
Who's attacking now?
Advertance, tout le monde. Giovanni Bastille.
Ici les commandements. Adjustment boss.
Ah, these guys again. Quite a lot of troops on that side. Pull back, let the units catch up, and then do an attack. Nope.
En besogne. L'assets moins exploited. Archer. Relève vos armes.
The French defense of their capital held firm, wearing down the English invaders one by one.
Oh, I'm trying.
Oh yes, tout le monde.
Besogne à faire. J'exploite les réparements.
Standards, les commandes. Mestier reste enjambeur. Lors bâti, je sais.
Nah, it's not a Warcraft 3, nah. But it's still very enjoyable. It's basically just Age of Empires. They didn't do anything too new or innovative. But if you like Age of Empires, you should probably like this, I would think.
On va servir.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I need to keep building up my army.
Les ordonnances. Lors devance nos salaires.
Oi, vai jetzt moins besoin.
No! Keep my wall tower, please. We got some trebuchets. So having more range units will be good.
Oh yes, les ordonnances.
So I can snipe those without getting too caught out. Too late to repair.
Je s'essuie.
Sniping, boys. I think I'm getting most of the upgrades now at this point. Blacksmith seems to be out of all ideas.
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Giovanni Basti.
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Ah, il tire des mouettes.
Manuel assouvi. Belle. Oh yes, tous.
Oh, me faut trahir. Même chose de yalla. Oh yes, tout le monde. Giovanni Bastir.
Oh shit.
Attendez, les commandements.
Manance. Incoming. J'exploite les réparements. Manance, reste des guerres puissance. Manance. Lance bâti et s'essuie.
Besoigne nos attaques, malade. Manance, pour servir. Giovanni Basti.
Yeah, this is one of those cases where I think it's better just to have one wall. Easier to manage, although I've got a lot of stone now actually, so I can put some keeps down if I wanted. Damn, they don't like that archery range. They cottoned on.
manière.
Jesus, they hit me from both sides. This is where it's getting a bit too clunky. Food space.
Reste pour la besogne.
Still got a fair bit of gold.
Oyez, tout le monde. Giovanni, advertance, tout le monde. Tous y à l'oreille. Oyez, les ordres.
The enemy grew ever more desperate as their ranks thinned and their hopes of victory faded.
Que faut-il donc besoin? Que faut-il donc besoin?
Oyez, les ordres.
Smile, à votre commandement. En besoin.
Ah! Not there.
Attendez les commandes.
Advertance, tout le monde.
Jeebus. That's pretty aggressive.
Oyez, tout le monde. Oyez, tout le monde.
Me soigne neuf. Allons.
Should get a monk or something for some good old-fashioned healing. Because I've got a lot of units there that are pretty low on health.
Oyez bien, compagnon. Alex, Wench de Col.
Mais ici, le faut-il donc besoin? Je vais réparer.
Compagnon, à quelle belle fois courir, à m'armer.
Oyez les ordonnances.
À quelle belle à 12 13.
Oyez tout le monde. Viens me interdire tout le monde. L'artillerie, ouais, c'est tout.
Je gagne mon game.
Advertance, tout le monde. Lance fatigue.
Mais ici, laisse commandement.
Oyez les ordonnances. Advertance tout le monde.
What a waste of precious trebuchets. Get to healing, bro.
besoin.
Don't know. I'm not sure about any bugs. Got a lot of food. Oh, they're coming in from there. Oh god, they're coming in from here as well. That seems a bit extreme. There's only so many units, man. One man can have.
Army began burning the great Parisian landmarks. The French were running out of time to expel the enemy.
I'll say. What happened to those? I had to disrupt a lot of my economy for this nonsense. The monks just kind of walk into it, don't they? Walking into trouble. Oui.
Defeated and demoralized by the strength of the French defense, the Black Prince's army abandoned their siege of the capital.
That was a
Paris
nasty mission.
celebrated victory, but this was not the last test the French would face in their struggle to win the war.
Edward the Black Prince, inspiring admiration and terror alike. Edward the Black Prince of England was the preeminent warrior of his lifetime. At the Battle of Poitiers in 1356, Edward faced a far superior French force but used keen tactics to turn the tide. He lured enemy knights into unsupported charges, then deployed his longbowmen and knights against weakened flanks. By day's end, he had destroyed the enemy force and captured the French king. Although Edward's genteel treatment of his prisoner won him a reputation for chivalry, to the common people of France he was a monster. The Black Prince was infamous for his brutality of his raids across the countryside, burning and pillaging hundreds of towns without mercy. For good or ill, the Black Prince was the model for English knighthood in the 100 Years' War. Okay. I think we've probably seen... No, I don't think we did see this. Or did we?
After victory at the Combat of the 30, the French faced devastating raids from England's Black Prince.
Is this the burning
But
arrows?
France's King
I
John
think it
II
is.
was closing in.
I always forget the very first 20 seconds, always.
Jean finally caught the English near the city of Poitiers in September
Poitiers.
1356.
Yeah, this looks familiar. Yep.
The French are
Plate armor.
the battlefields of the 100 Years' War were full of danger. To defend against these weapons, a new type of armor was developed. Plate armor.
Plate armor clad the knight in an articulating exoskeleton of hardened steel. A hard outer shell that still flexes and moves with the body.
It provided impressive protection and was an extraordinary technological achievement.
Now, one of the ways that armor gets its strength is through shape. Both these pieces are made out the exact same thickness as steel, but I can show you there's one stronger than the other. Here's the one with no shape. You see it buckles immediately. If I swap it for one that's been forged to have strength and shape, you can see it's much stronger. It's going nowhere.
It wasn't just the shape that gave it strength. It was also how the metal was treated by the armorer.
Now, the benefits of using heat is it obviously makes the piece more plastic, more ductile, lets me shape it. But the fuel also adds layers of carbon into the outer surface. This helps me increase the hardness and strength of the material.
The art of the armorer was being able to judge the temperature of the metal by eye, managing the heat to create resilience in the metal. The combination of heat-treated metal and rigid shapes meant that armor didn't need to be so thick and heavy, making it much easier to fight in. But good quality plate armor did have its downside. It was very expensive.
Now, not everyone could afford full steel plate armor. For the common man, there was the brigandine. Now, these are made up of overlapping steel plates that are then riveted through a textile outer. This gives you a much bigger range of movement, but is limited and is not as strong as a full steel breastplate. That said, it is much cheaper and much easier to maintain.
At its best, the armored knight was invincible. But armor didn't just provide defense. It was also a weapon and an expression of a knight's power and prestige. Armor transformed its wearer into a work of art.
Badass. All right.